One got knocked down, he won't get up again. The other went knocked him down. One got knocked down, and now he's fucking dead. The other went knocked him out. Combo breaker!
Alright, so right before I start this Q&A and get into the questions, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the 50 subscribers. Well, actually, 51 last time I checked. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching my episodes. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking the videos, commenting. I can't express how much I appreciate it, so thank you so much. Alright, let's start this off with the Great Demons questions. He asked, what are some fights you're looking forward to doing? Well, to be totally honest, there's one fight I really want to do, but Death Battle's already done it, and I like to space out my Death Battle matches as much as possible. Hence, Ratchet & Clank was so far after Nathan Drake and Lara Croft. The episode I want to do, though, is Dante vs. Bayonetta, because I kind of want to prove to people that Bayonetta would kick Dante's ass. But other than that, I just really like both characters, and I want to know who would win in a fight with more accurate research. So that's the match I'm really looking forward the most to doing, but I do need to wait a bit since I just did Jak and Daxter vs. Ratchet & Clank. He also asked if I've seen an episode of his show and of Korins' show, and to be honest, I've seen an episode or two of Epic Island Battles, but I haven't watched an episode of FCC just yet. I will see when I can get a chance to, but I've had a hectic schedule lately. Alright, he also wants to know what my favorite Combo Breaker episode is, and quite frankly, this is a very difficult question. I love all of my matches. I love the way they are, I love the matchups, everything about them. But if I had to pick a favorite, it'd be a tie between Shantae vs. Shovel Knight and Zim versus Stitch. I just love the concept behind Zim vs. Stitch, and I love Shantae and Shovel Knight, so those matches were just really fun. Now, he also asked what my least favorite Combo Breaker episodes were, and well, I love all of them, but if I had to pick my least favorite, it's actually going to be a tie between two of them. The Mummy vs. Jafar and Elsa vs. Frozen. I don't know, those matches just seem kind of off to me. I don't know what it was about them. I still like them, but they are definitely my least of the ones that I love, which is all of them. Alright, up next we have Keyblade Shadows stuff, and he asked how I come up with these matches. Well, usually I come up with a character, a guy or a girl who I want to have in the fight. So, for example, I'll be like, I want the Incredible Hulk to be on my show. And then I go, who should he fight? Who has some similarities with him? What would just be badass to see? And then, I come up with their opponent based off that. So I'll be like, Broly should fight the Hulk. They've got a few similarities, and it'd be a cool match. Big muscle monsters, all that shit. And he also asked, do I do collabs? Well, I haven't yet, and I don't know if I could. My schedule is pretty hectic, and I just do these things when I want for fun. So collabing would be a difficult thing for me to do. Alright, up next we got questions from Corin O'Keefe. Now he asked who I think in a battle to the death would win between Goku, Vegeta, and Yamcha versus Sonic, Shadow, and Knuckles. To be honest, any one of the Dragon Ball characters, even frickin' Yamcha, could one-shot the entire Sonic team. Now, to be honest, their super forms do make them invulnerable for a little bit, but it's not gonna be enough to help them. Another thing is, maybe if all three of them ganged up and did a real powerful all-out attack while Yamcha wasn't paying attention, they could kill him, but they stand zero chance against Goku and Vegeta. Alright, Corin's second question is, do I like the Foo Fighters, and do I like Nirvana? I mean, I listen to them from time to time, if that counts, but other than that, I'm really just I'm a Green Day and Eminem guy for most part. I mean, I do listen to them, I don't hate them or anything, but I am definitely a Green Day and Eminem guy. And finally, Corin asks who I think would win a match to the death, Akuma, my personal favorite Street Fighter, or Genos from One Punch Man. And to be 100% honest, Genos is a city buster and Akuma's an island buster, so he's already got this in the bag. Although, Genos' fire attacks will definitely be something slightly new for Akuma to have to deal with, they're nothing intense, and while the Raging Demon might not work on Genos since he's like 99% robotics, it's not necessarily going to be enough to save him. Another thing is, Genos is like the negative One Punch Man. Like, honestly, he gets destroyed in every single fight he's in. He stands zero chance. So Akuma would just wreck his shit. On to Frisk's questions. And first, the question is, the reason I make my channel? Well, I covered this in my year one review, but here's the long and short of it. I am a huge Death Battle fan. I love the show. I posted on their Facebook page all the time with ideas. Well, one day I'm like, I want to know which Powerpuff Girl is the best one. So I posted the idea on the Death Battle fan page to see what people thought. And they just shit on the idea. Just like, absolutely destroyed the idea. So I said, you know what? Screw this shit. I'm gonna make my own show. So I started Combo Breaker. Hence the first episode is the Powerpuff Girls Free-For-All. And honestly, I just kept going from there, reformatting the show, changing it, updating it, doing whatever I could to make it look. Frisk also asked what my favorite episode is, and like I said earlier, Zim and Stitch or Shantae and Shovel Knight Although I really like my big battles like the Ninja Free-For-All and the Tyrant Free-For-All and Nicktoons vs. Cartoon Network. And alright, Frisk also asked what my favorite death battle is. Well, I mean, I love that show, as I said earlier, and I love pretty much all of them, but every time one of my favorite characters comes on the show, they get destroyed. Most of the time because they overhype his foe or just lowball the guy I like. Although, even though my boy Nathan Drake gets just absolutely demolished, I just really enjoy the Lara Croft vs. Nathan Drake episode. I feel they portrayed Nathan Drake perfectly, and it was just really good. However, tied for first place in my favorite death battle is also Deadpool vs. Deathstroke. It was just hilarious. Deadpool was portrayed perfectly. Deathstroke was played into Deadpool just perfectly. It was hilarious, and I just really appreciated that episode. Now, Frisk also asked, who would win a fight between Zoro and Pearl, like the Crystal Gem? If I remember correctly, Zoro's that green-haired guy with the 3 swords from One Piece. Now, he's really cool and strong, but I covered Pearl earlier in, like, my last episode, or the one before it, and she's like a continent buster and sub-relativistic, and I don't see Zoro standing much of a chance against her. Now, to be 100% honest, I didn't do a whole bunch of research on this, because, you know, I just know what I know off these characters. Well, and then I know the stuff with the Crystal Gem, because I literally just did their episode. But based on just my opinion and what I believe, Pearl would absolutely stomp Zoro. Now, next up, we've got questions from Pro234. Now, he asked, do I take requests? And, well, yes and no. I do take requests to some extent because I did the Charizard vs. Rathalos episode, but I also don't to some extent because I kind of just do the episodes I want to do because I enjoy the characters. So if it's a matchup between characters I've never heard of, or you've got like some weird backwards-ass, impossible-to-find character, then it's probably not going to happen if I don't know who they are and don't care for them all that much. But, like I said, it can be iffy. Like, I don't know much about the Monster Hunter Dragon, but I was looking for a match for Charizard. So that just seemed like a cool match for me to do. Now, he also asked, who do I think would win a fight between Kid Goku and Piccolo versus Akuma and Ryu? Well, Kid Goku's a moon buster compared to Ryu and Akuma, who are island busters at their best. So Kid Goku alone would stomp Akuma and Ryu, and then King Piccolo just makes it even more unfair. However, Akuma does have the Raging Demon, which might be his saving grace if he can land it on Goku or Piccolo. But ultimately, I believe Kid Goku and King Piccolo would have the win. He also asked, do I know Dewey? And of course I know Dewey, my brother. I mean, I know this was a meme question, but he actually asked it, and yes, I get your joke, and I know Dewey. Now, finally, we have Liam. Liam, I don't know. I'll put the people's questions up on there for a hot second so you can see it. But he wants to know what match that I want to do the most. Well, like I said earlier in the QA, there's a lot of matches I really want to do, but I want to do Dante vs. Bayonetta by, like, the most. That's one I'm really looking forward to doing, but it's going to require a lot of research, and I gotta wait since I just did Jak and Daxter versus Ratchet and Clank. Alright, and before I close out the video, I just want to say thank you again to everybody who submitted questions, everybody who subscribed, everybody who liked my videos, everybody who just commented or just watched them in general. And I can't believe how much support this show is getting. I just really appreciate it, and thank you all again for the 51 subscribers.